Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Zero Dawn, where last episode we read the vantage point logs left by Basher Mati, finding out that he had learned the truth of the apocalypse and that what we read were time capsules left behind on his journey. Now we head out to the armory to obtain our power cell gathering reward before returning to Meridian. Now, how much of a fool was this again? I mean, there's water at the bottom, right? That's what we discovered before. I didn't think reading those Apoca shitstorm stuff would take like half an hour, but I think it did. Surprised by its overall duration. Now, speaking of armors we've been buying.
Have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
That there is. I'm right in saying we should have enough. It said 3 out of 3, right?
More. There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position.
Well, it
There
depends
must be some kind of
what
code.
you mean by 90. I mean, 90 should only be there, right? 270 should be there. 360 should bring you back to the top if the top is the starter. 450 should hamper you to the right. And 630 is the one that's a bit off. No, it's not. Never mind, I'll just climb into a wall.
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside.
Give it to me.
All right. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Shield Weaver outfit box. We've worked a while to get it. Alright, inventory outfits. Shield Weaver, very rare. Ancient technology, salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora leather. Projects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. It doesn't have mods, but it's probably better in some other way. Because it has changed my health bar. Side quest complete. I forgot that actually was one. I've got nanotech all on me. We didn't even just wear it. We just put some of it on us. I'm sure that's entirely how it was meant to be done. But I'll go with it. Now we've got a load of collectibles to give in when you think about it. But they are in the same place as our destination. Well, I guess let's get over to Meridian. We go. Hello. I gotta remember where the collectible guys are. What do I even get for giving them stuff again? I can't even remember. I get a box, right? Oh, the box has got wire in it. We're happy.
Plenty of work here, but not like.
Maybe you only get completion percentage for collectibles once you actually give in the stuff, you know? We can even check that out as a theory. So our game progression at this point is 94.42%.
Yes. I remember you. Did you find the vessels I seek?
I found them all.
Yes. Trade quickly. I have work to do.
We've already given you that one, right? No, we've already took 2. So Palat's Reward Box 1 is got. That should be all of them now.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins.
Perhaps your travels have taken you through ancient ruins?
But I've already done it,
Let us
sir.
think of it.
It's done. Job finished. You can't get me to do anything more. Right, there's a lot of random Shadow Rattler stuff, so these weapons as well also count. So I'll buy this Shadow Blast Sling. I don't have enough rabbit skin. You're kidding me. I need a rabbit skin to get this weapon, the Shadow Rattler. But they also count. Shadow's stalwart body. Spy that too. That was a stalker heart for that. Essentially, buying these things is part of the Shadow Stalwart. I don't know if that counts. But they show up on the menu. As a thing on the side. A completion percentage note. Shadow items, outfit weapon. Actually something we're looking for. Might actually get 100% when we're moving into the Frozen Wilds more than anywhere else.
I've got a pair of sturdy off-ram hands, and I know how to put them to use.
Okay. Okay, guy. Sturdy off-arm hands. He knows how to put them to use.
Well and truly over?
Do we take him up on his offer?
Here's what I don't get about Meridian.
I wonder if anyone's just gonna, like, question the fact that I've got these glowing bits on me now.
Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk relics?
I found them all.
You ready? Let's trade then.
And Talos reward box. 2 and 3.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods.
Now, where's the last of these vendors? There he is. Artifact collectibles, eclectic collectibles. Vessel collectibles. You're not someone too, are you? No, you're special items lady. Yeah. Hey, Flower Man.
Ah, you're back. Did you bring me something lovely?
Depends.
Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Thank you for all your reward boxes, sir. There was a lot of flowers I had to collect for them, too. Are you sure they're not better out in the wild?
Till we meet again, my noble Nora. Could you spare a moment?
Just saying. I feel like they might be. Right, so the treasure boxes we obtained. Do they have any wire? They have lots of mod boxes. Endless mods. I don't need modifications. Oh, this one actually has coils and mod boxes. So at least this one had a little bit more. So the mod boxes are literally mods. No! We needed wire! There we go, that's the best box we got.
Of the finer things, any less guilty.
Oh well. Can't win it all right. And you sell lenses and the whatnot in case we want to get stuff. We could even buy like a shell walker out, really. And I've got the money. Why don't I? And that way I could get that other armor in time. Should we head forward? I think it's time. We've delayed enough. Sid speaking with silence, with the logs and the whatnot. I think it's finally time to partake. It's this way, right?
Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
I don't want any discussions. I'm good, thanks. Hey, guys. Maybe I should have made a full save now I think about it. Probably wasn't a bad idea. We're gonna talk to the Sun-King about what's to come, are we?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but My responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy. Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Supposedly I'm supposed to talk to Blameless Murad instead.
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Okay, you told me to tell you everything. Where is old Blameless Murad? You gotta wiggle him.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
Hello.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Finish up your stuff then. Your point of no return awaits, so there is a few optionals that you can do. Visit both defense sites, review preparations at the ridge, and more. And another damaged file that's been repaired. Sobek Journal 11-1964R. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. That is the correct one, isn't it? Yeah. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship Bridges on those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Living spaces for Alpha's already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing Zero Dawn Project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Hello. This seems like... It's moved it. That one was the one. And it's moved down the line? I'm so confused. Why did you move that? I've definitely read that one. But it was there before. And now it's moved down the line. My mistake, but equally. Could have told me. I'm not going to recognize what it is from the name of the thing. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Sobek Journal 7-16-65R. That's better. I thought the numbers were about the same. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted, which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to the ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is I missed her. I don't have the habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about the alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? Also stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course, the building of the ship by Longfellow, and it's long. Alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza or couplet or whatever leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Whenever we get our extra information. Right, so a lot of these guys are out and about. One's all the way up here, after all. One's fairly nearby, so this is the city guard. Wondering if fast traveling was going to prompt me getting new logs, to be perfectly fair. That might, yeah, it does. 716R. So yeah, it's gone to there as well. No, that's the same one. It's just because I moved on fast enough. Thank you. I gotta stop getting confused by this stuff. Hey!
Petra. Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Literal preparation. Hold L2 and R2 to load ammo from nearby piles. That's how that was working, was it?
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim at the bow. Range is good. Try the next.
Seemingly you do need more than a couple to knock this guy down. Or they just don't knock down.
See? That'll knock a machine on its ass. Ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Yeah, with that gun's ridiculous.
Have
I
you
would not
just
doubt.
polished that armor, was it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
Him?
What?
From the Battle of the Dawn?
Nothing.
Can out with it, woman. Cinnabar Sands.
Forget I said anything.
There were no
You look
survivors.
very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny.
Oh, son, keep the
Very
shadows
shiny.
falling upon me.
Nils here? More here? Ufid and Vanasha?
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
The woman now leads the hunter's lodge.
It's quite linked up, isn't it?
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun-King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Ethan?
As many as I have to.
There's a lot of talking then, waiting for us. Hey Neil, you're not too heartbroken, are you?
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed, like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
Indeed.
Killed anyone lately you'd like to talk about?
Wait a second. I'm confused. Did I kill anyone recently I'd like to talk about?
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and Shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
There's a guard under the last king.
Antidotes, thank you.
Far cry from those days.
That's a nice spear, Ufid.
Thank you.
Praise the sun.
I like the way you
Spies
grip
have
it.
released Prince Itaman from Sunfall.
Enough, woman.
Okay.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Machines or bandits try to get past me. Don't
This
have to
place
fight. Mark my
really
words.
couldn't be more different to the sacred land, could it?
That crazy
Teb.
Aloy tried to kill our son.
You disappoint me. There was no wire. I'd have a log repaired, though. Halloween! Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Shush, you drift controller. Seriously, as though there is enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspection with Herods and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Ugh. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Oh. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. That's the one. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the colour of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death call up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus to minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn.
The machine rider stopped in cold.
So there's no one else to speak to here.
Too soft. Too much Oseram
We still have to visit the other defense site, which is all the way up there, which is a little bit harder to get to. It's this way. Take a right. Is it just faster for me to go to this point? There's a way up there. Fortunately, no campsite up there means we don't just get to zoop. Would be nice. Take a left. Okay, that's the one we already had repaired, right? One of them's a voice recording. But yeah, that's the one we already had. That's the Halloween one. Just showing up again because yet again it's slightly too soon. I should probably buy more wire. I'm worried about my stocks for this upcoming massive battle. I think that's a fair thing to worry about. It's interesting as well, not just with the logs that I read, but with other things as well. It is a little bit of a break between here, there, and the end. Hello.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Interestingly, I don't remember ever talking to her, but she looks cool as hell. She's got a cool character model. See, I'm pretty sure I'd 100% remembered her if I talked to her. Of course, I know what she's talking about, but still. Now I've decided not to climb up any climbing points on the basis of, what if there's someone else waiting for me? Hello.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Yes, really can't. You don't have the thing needed for the biggest problem. Let's put it that way. For a second, I thought there was just a random drop. Yet again.